So where are you from?
So I'm originally from Colorado.
No, I mean, what newscast?
I'm independent, and so I read about your lawsuit and the fact that you had won the lawsuit, and I thought it was really interesting that it was won on the grounds of 14th Amendment and First Amendment. So I read through all the court papers, and it looked to me like, boy, the cops just gave you tremendous hassle over many years. What?
That's why I do this.
What was it like? I mean, what was it like? Yeah.
It was annoying. Cops would come up and give me a ticket for dancing, for making people smile. Tell me I shouldn't make people smile.
And you're not in traffic, because I see here.
I'm not in traffic.
Yeah, because see, here's the shopping center. We're in Florida here, and so you got the cars right here, and you're not obstructing traffic.
Not at all.
So, what do you think the police were trying to do? Like, what do you think their
They don't want poor people here. They don't want homeless people here. They don't want poor people here. They want to sell houses for $200,000 and $300,000 with no poor people. Poor people doesn't sell anything.
So how many?
That's the truth.
Yeah. How many times do you figure you were either cited or arrested?
I've been harassed by the St. Johns County Police Sheriff's Office for 5 years. 5 years. Okay? Some of the officers are nice, some aren't so nice. Some of them tell me, if you see my sunglasses and you see my badge, you know you're going to jail. And I'm not doing anything.
And what does your sign say?
Please care. Hey dear, how you doing?
Did you hear about his lawsuit? He won a lawsuit to get the right to solicit. Yeah. So, how do you know each other?
He used to come to my lawn, and we've known each other just, in passing and stuff. He used to be my lawn guy until I got a lawnmower.
Oh boy, that's great.
He's a really good guy.
I met her at 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, I used to work at 7-Eleven.
Is that right? Is that right? That's.
They tore the store down.
Oh.
And I saw my neighbor, and I'm like, that's a great job. And then someone gave me this lawnmower, so we bought that.
You did?
Yeah, we're
remodeling.
Remodeling. There you go.
Oh, good.
It's looking good.
Let's stop by and see
Stop
it.
by, yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
It's nice seeing you, and it's
Last
nice.
time we saw each other in the hospital,
That was fine.
You were fine for a minute.
Oh no, I was mad.
You were being jerks. I kept saying, why don't they help him? Why are they doing this?
They put me in there to be mentally ill, and I was not.
I know, and I told them that. I know he's my long guy, my friend for, God, like 3 years now,
As soon as the doctor came, she said, you can go home.
Right.
I thought so. You have a wonderful day.
You too, hon. It's
Keep
good to
smiling.
see you.
Love you.
I'm glad you're winning.
Thank you. I'm always winning.
Yep.
I get them a lot of smiles.
So what are your hand signals that you do?
I want people to smile. And they do, most of them. Some give me the finger. And I go like this because they're going by quick.
Yeah.
And you can't talk to them.
Yeah.
So you want their attention.
And what's it like in St. Johns County? Because I understand that you don't have a stable place to live.
No.
And what's it like day to day? What's your life like?
more like a duck. I get wet a lot. But no, it's not bad. And I have a lot of friends.
You
I meet a
maintain
lot of these people that like me.
you maintain a sense of humor.
Oh yes, every day, all day.
And I spoke to another man who is also homeless, and he knows you,
Yeah.
and he told me that he was happy about the lawsuit, and he said that he too used to try to fly his sign and work around here, but he said he quit it because there's just so much harassment from the police,
Oh yeah.
and so he decided he couldn't take it. And so I'm wondering, what made you persevere and continue despite the harassment? Like, why did you continue on?
A man asked me to join a band, and his brother was a lawyer. So the cops kept harassing me, and then there I had a lawyer. Now I have a fight. I'm a voice. And I know how to stand up. I just had to have somebody help me.
Yeah, that's great. And I read that there was a $35,000 or so settlement, but I guess that goes mostly to the lawyers.
It went all to the lawyers. I didn't get any of that.
Okay.
That was, when you sue the state police, you don't get anything for it.
But you'll still have a possibility. You'll still have a possibility of getting something from the sheriff, though, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to step out of the way because I don't want to.
You good?
I don't want to interfere with your.
You're not bothering me.
Okay. Okay. So what I read is by November 19, your lawyer has to file papers to ask for certain damages for what you've gone through. And so I guess that's the next step. By November 19, then that's papers will be filed and so do you think this will change your life, or what do you hope will happen?
This, what I do, changes my life. Whether I get money, right? This is not about money. This is about, I was born American, right? Born into a constitution, and I'm telling by the state that I cannot do this. That's wrong. That's just wrong. And watching these people get arrested and not being able to fight or do anything, the sheriff is double dipping, taking these poor people to jail, taking the money from the taxpayers, and redoing it again next time they come out because they give them a trespass warning. Once they trespass, then they come out, they go to jail. They go to McDonald's, they go to jail. It's wrong. It's wrong.
What I read in the lawsuit was that the reason for the equal protection under the law, the 14th Amendment, the reason that the state statute was found unconstitutional is that a nonprofit organization, a charity, can come and set up and they can collect money, but an individual like yourself, you can't collect money. So that was one of the things, like a nonprofit group can come out here and they can collect money all they want, but an individual can't. And so that was one problem with the state statute.
But the thing is, I don't ask for nothing. If people give, you take it because it hurts their feelings if you don't take it.
Right.
Right? I come out here to make people smile. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, is for you to have a nice day. If I see people out in the community smiling, that makes me happy. Now, I get that a lot because I make people smile.
Right.
So when I'm out in the community, I get smiles. But I want people to interact with each other and smile.
There you got a wave.
Oh yes, I get all kinds of waves and smiles.
Here, I'll get a shot of them.
I got supper. I get everything. I got sneakers and a hat from Jeremy from the Chevy garage.
Uh-huh.
I have nice people that do nice things for me. And all I ask for is a smile. That's all I want.
So you got a nice Roy. Is it best at this hour is a good time?
Anytime's good. Anytime's nice for a smile.
Yeah.
It's like an ice cream.
So from what I read in the lawsuit, the First Amendment question was free speech, and so it was ruled unconstitutional that soliciting is protected under the First Amendment, and so you're allowed to come out, and that's what I read is that it was.
If you're trying to make people smile and you're not asking for anything, you should not be taken to jail. Period. And if people give, that's on them. That has nothing to do with society and the cops and government. Because I'm standing here trying to make people happy.
And have you ever met the sheriff, Sheriff Shore?
Never have. Never have. But he sure knows me.
I guess he does, especially after this lawsuit.
He sent detectives out to watch me for a year and a half. And they would come around and tell me.
So do you think they specifically targeted you because you were resisting and you weren't just rolling over and doing what they wanted?
Yes. They would come up and tell me to leave. I'd say, no, I'm not leaving. This is not illegal. They'd say, we'll get you. And then soon as we had the first judge ruling, they said, we're not going to come after you now. Now we're going to come after your bicycle, where you parked your bike. The very next day.
So, and I think that they've also gotten you for different violations on the bicycle.
Oh, yes. It's because I stand up for myself. Have a nice day, man. It's because I stand up. I don't let them push me around.
I read that you also sometimes ride around on a riding lawnmower?
I used to. I don't have a riding mower anymore.
No more? Okay. Yeah.
Pretty smile. What's your name? Helen? I'll say it for everybody tonight, Helen. God bless you. Thank you.
Did you hurt your foot?
Yeah, I was dancing here. I sprained my foot and sprained my knee. Thank you, Helen. Have a great day. Hey, sir. You have a great day. God bless.
Wow, you're fast.
Have to be. Cops will catch you, take you to jail. Plain and simple.
So one of your...
They call that in the road.
Oh.
That's not in the road, sir. I'm right here. My hand may be.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
So is one of your kind of trademarks is that you like to dance for the...
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to ask you when you have your leg hurt, but another time maybe.
I would love to at another time.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah. And then where do you usually stay?
I usually stay at the back of the kidney place. Kidney forensic.
Yeah. And so they're kind enough to let you...
Well, they're very nice to me. The cops have been there to trespass me several times and tell me I can't be there. And the manager called him and said, leave him alone. So now they finally leave me alone there.
Yeah. And so what state are you originally from?
I'm from Maine.
From Maine.
Waterville, Maine.
How'd you wind up all the way down here?
I was living in Miami and I went to Moultrie, Georgia. And when I was in there, a counselor, they had a big map on the wall in the kitchen. I mean, it was huge. And I would go every day and look at the map to find a small little town with not many blacks, older people with a lot of money. So I could work and make money. And the counselor asked me what I was looking for. And I told him just what I told you. I'm not prejudiced about sell drugs. And I have a drug habit, so I want to stay away from that. So So he said, I bet, let me think about it for a few days. And then the next day he came and he said, I've been to St. Augustine 3 times on vacation with my family. And he said, that's just the place you're looking for. And I came and I tried it, and I like it. Now, I think the cops do a good job here because Jacksonville is 45 minutes away. It's killing, murdering every day, all day there. Guns in school, drugs in school, not so much here. So I'm proud of some of the things that the cops do. What I'm not proud of is when they give me the finger and they're in uniform, when they lie to get what they want in front of the judge, is not right. I think if you wear a uniform, you need to respect that uniform.
If they lied about the circumstances when they arrest you
Many
and that sort of
times.
thing?
Many times.
What kinds of things do they lie about?
Where I'm standing, for one.
So they'll claim that you're out here in the roadway.
They'll claim I'm over here if I'm here.
Ah.
Because here is county property. Here is private property.
Oh, once you get over here, it's
Yes.
private.
Yes.
Oh, so you're not supposed to go on the private. I gotcha. Okay. And has your situation improved over the years, or has it been more difficult? Like if you look over the past five years.
I think it's more difficult. Just getting older. I mean, that's more difficult.
Yeah.
But I live happy.
Yeah.
I'm always happy. People call me smiling. I just want to be happy. So if I'm so happy, I want other people to be happy.
Yeah.
You can't mope through the day.
That's right.
So God give me something to do. And I do it. I enjoy it. Have a great day. Have a nice day, man. Be safe.
And Peter, how do you pronounce your last name?
Bigue.
Bigue.
B-I-G-U-E.
Okay.
Bigue.
Okay.
That's what I say for you.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay. And you're in your late 50s?
55.
55. Early mid-50s, I guess. Okay. 55. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Is there anything that you would like to say to the public that I didn't ask about?
When you see a person with a sign, smile. Be happy for that person. Look at your life so you don't end up where they are. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be harassed by government because you're doing it. If I'm doing this, I'm not breaking in your house, your car, any of that. I'm being honest. And that's for a hand up. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
If you're kind, you're polite, you're going to hand up.
Okay.
If not, you get kicked out.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. I'll be right with you in 1 second.
All right.
I'm just gonna...
Thank you.
So this is an interesting case of a gentleman Peter Bigue, who he sued because he was being told that he was obstructing traffic and that for that reason he couldn't ask for charity. And so he won his lawsuit. His lawsuit was there was a October 12 order, a judge's order out of Jacksonville. U.S. District Court Judge Timothy Corrigan ruled that that two state statutes were. He agreed that they were not constitutional under the First and the 14th Amendments. The First Amendment being free speech, the 14th Amendment being equal protection under the law. And so one of the things that was happening to him is that he was, the authorities sometimes the highway patrol and sometimes the sheriff's deputies would come and arrest him, and they would say that he would have to have a permit in order to do this type of solicitation. And he would say, well, okay, how do I get a permit? But there would be absolutely no process for getting a permit. And so there was no way he could get a permit even if he wanted to. And that was one of the problems with the law. The sheriff's office, or excuse me, the highway patrol agreed to pay, I think, $35,000, which goes to the lawyers for the most part. And then his lawyers, Peter Bigue's lawyers, have until November 19 to file for, he can claim damages from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. And so that's the next step. He'll be trying to get some kind of damages. According to his deposition and his court documents, some of the sheriff's deputies have told him that he should just leave St. Johns County. We're here in Northeast Florida, and St. Augustine is south of Jacksonville and north of Daytona Beach. So he said that the sheriff's deputies would just tell him that he'd have to leave the county. And so it'd be kind of a tactic to try to harass and get rid of the homeless, according to him and his lawyer. So what really struck me about this lawsuit is that, you know, at a time when it seems that so many times it's the rich, the powerful, who are kind of having their way with people who have less, here's a case where someone who has less, someone who is poor and homeless, in fact, has actually won something and won a lawsuit. And as part of the lawsuit, sheriff's deputies and state troopers are going to be required to do retrain on how officers should handle cases of panhandling. And then also the Highway Patrol and the Department of Public Safety and Highways, whatever that department is that oversees the Highway Patrol, they're going to have to submit to the legislature changes in the law so that they'll get rid of the statutes that have been declared unconstitutional. There's no guarantee that lawmakers would pass it, but that's what, as a result of the lawsuit, that's what is going to be required. And so it's an interesting case, and set some kind of precedent. And I think it's kind of neat that Mr. Bigue here said that his main goal is just to make people smile and make them smile as they go past. So that's about it.